Last night we put up to the Three-Ways Roadhouse and we just parked up down the back over here.
Join us on this episode as we take you from Threeways all the way to Longreach. It's a big day on the road, so join us as we seek life.
I'm Beck and this is Nick.
We share our passion for adventure through these videos, not only around Australia but around the world.
Going to some of the most exquisite locations. Subscribe and seek life with us. We start this journey off in Threeways, Northern Territory. It was a nice camp for the night, our last with my brother and his girlfriend.
We leave Threeways in the morning and head to Crocodile Dundee's famous pub. It's shut in the wet season, so we push on to Winton for the night. We stayed at a nice little caravan park that was actually the only one open in town. We then pushed on from Winton to Longreach. We didn't waste any time and we were straight into the Qantas Museum.
Sadly, this was our last 2 days of our lap, 20 days and 16,000 kilometres. Join us on this one to seek life.
Last night we put up to the Three-Ways Roadhouse and we just parked up down the back over here. It's really cool. It's got like a pool and all facilities and stuff, and they've got like the Shell fuel station at the front, so you can get fuel, and there's really good food here too. So I'm just going to get us some brekkie and then we're going to hit the road and we're going to try and be at Mount Isa by like mid-afternoon, and then we'll see how we feel from there.
Hey guys, we are at the Barclay Homestead. We just stopped. Fuel is ridiculously expensive, but the homesteads are really nice. $2.07 per litre. Anyway, we got nice coffee, and we're getting some more food and ice and stuff. It's a really nice place to stay. Probably it's nice little cabins out there and stuff. And then the staff is really nice too. So now we're pushing on to Mount Isa and hopefully we're at Winton tonight.
We just got to the Queensland and Northern Territory border, but the sign no longer exists. There is a Northern Territory sign, so we know we've definitely crossed the border. But yeah, we're going to keep heading to Mount Isa. We're about 220 k's away. Yes. So more straight roads.
Crocodile Dundee's famous pub, the Walkabout Creek Hotel. We had to check it out as it was along the way on our journey to Winton. What an awesome spot. Pity it was the wet season, so it was shut.
we rolled into Longreach, an iconic outback town, which houses one of Qantas's 747s. Fun fact, the 747 you can see on your screen now can never leave as the runway is too small. It only just had enough space to land.
So we just got to the Qantas Founders Museum. There's a 747 over there. It's pretty cool, eh?
I've never been here, so I'm pretty excited to go in.
Anyway, we're going in here. They're doing renovations, so I don't think we can go through the plane. But it's good to check out anyway.
Qantas stands for Queensland and Northern Territory Air Service. The name came about after years of evolution of the airline. This museum was heritage listed in 1996 on the 9th of June.
So we just paid $52 to go through, which is pretty good, I think. We're going through here.
The first hangar was built in 1922, still stands today. This is one of those places in the world that makes you warm and fuzzy to be an Australian. What a proud moment walking through this museum.
Nick thought he would try his luck flying one of the older aircrafts in the simulator.
Beck seemed to mistake the ground for the sky in this one, I think. Doing a flip and landing straight on the ground. Beck just flew the plane into the tree. How robust. No, just the thing between your legs.
It was really awesome. As you walked through, you could interact with the pieces in the museum. You could press buttons and it would read what's on the wall or tell you interesting things. This was a really cool model of the first plane they ever built. They used to fly up to 4 hours in this aircraft, out to cattle stations and farms alike, either for health or to transport people.
This car is from 1919. Apparently it can still be driven. And this plane here is the first plane that they made. It's crazy, imagine flying 3-4 hours in that thing.
This is one of the first jet engines that they built. As you can see on this sign, the community is making conscious effort to add more stuff to the exhibit. When it first opened, they only had stuff up to 1934, and they're progressively adding things so that the Qantas heritage will carry on.
And of course that was wonderful to go there and meet the Qantas pilots coming in from Singapore. I believe the flight was made in 34 the first time.
Beck's in the cockpit again.
There's an amazing story playing in the background on this board. A lady back in the 1920s was one of the first pilots, and they had no maps or no GPS. It was all done by knowing which rivers, which trees, and which landscape to turn by. There was no map. Crazy. So if they were flying from one place to another, it was all done by following the rivers in the landscape.
This is the engine they use today. There's a bit of a difference.
I can't tell you the beauty of Rose Bay in the morning. It's like a
This plane was used in World War II as a spy plane.
This is it, the original Qantas Hangar. This hangar was built in 1920. We're now in 2020. Think about that. This is where they made the first planes.
Wow.
It's over 100 years old, so the surface on the floor was super fragile, and some of these planes and artifacts throughout had been there since then. In 1934, Qantas started fly-by-night. This is the original shelter that we see today in airports with the lights and the radio communications guiding planes in. This is all they had. This plane was the first passenger plane, and it was also used for transporting mail all over Australia. As you can see, it's a bit different to our business class of today. What a small little space. And the windows were just sliding like they would in a house. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of our trip around Australia. We hope you liked this little series.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying these.